The time has come for the January haul. My Aunt Allison and Uncle Steve gave me a bunch of money on Amazon for Christmas and my birthday, thanks you guys, and I spent it on the following books. In order of smallest to largest, cause why not? So the first two are the Princess Tales Volume 1 and the Princess Tales Volume 2 by Gail Carson Levine. Volume 1 contains The Fairy's Mistake, The Princess Test, Princess Honora and the Long Sleep, and Volume 2 contains Cinderella and the Glass Hill, For Biddle's Sake, and The Fairy's Return. They're quite short, middle grade fairy tale adaptations. I read most of them. I don't think I did Cinderella's or The Fairy's Return back when I was in like elementary school and middle school. And now it seems like I only have one of the books, so I had to restock my Gail Carson Levine supply. The next is The Seas by Samantha Hunt. I've already talked about this one a bit because I'm reading it for the Underhyped Readathon, so you go watch that video if you want more information about this. The next two both feature ladies with their back to you and their head turned to the side with ivy in their hair, and that is where the similarities end. Song of the Sparrow by Lisa Ann Sandell is a book in verse, in case you don't know what verse looks like. And it's sort of an adaptation of the Lady of Shalott poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson, and it tells the story of a lady named Elaine who is in love with Lancelot of King Arthur fame. And this book has passed a very strenuous test. I really enjoy Arthurian literature. So fortunately for me, Wikipedia has a page listing every work that has ever been written about King Arthur and his knights, starting from like the 6th century to now, and I investigated every single one of them. And the only one that looked good to me that I hadn't already read or at least own was Song of the Sparrow. I am picky about my King Arthur stuff. And then the other one was Bitter Greens by Kate Forsyth. This is a relatively recent book, I think it came out last year. It's a Rapunzel adaptation with 3 stories braided together, may I say. It's pretty solid historical fiction. There may be some fantasy elements, but I wasn't getting that vibe from the back cover text. And I've recently really enjoyed the Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister by Gregory Maguire, so I was in the mood for more really historically grounded fairy tale adaptations. Next is the Book of Strange New Things by Michel Faber. I love me some Michel Faber. I don't trust many people to write science fiction, but Under the Skin was so amazing, and like I can't even describe it to you because it doesn't have like a big twist that you can spoil. It's just every chapter has like a little bit of a twist that I would spoil, so I can't even talk about the first chapter with you. But the Book of Strange New Things is about the first Christian missionary to an alien race. And he writes letters to his wife back home on Earth, where things go poorly. And then the last book, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the biggest book, but has not arrived yet, is The Last Hero by Terry Pratchett. This is one of the harder to find Discworld books. It's a graphic novel, so it's larger than the others. But I couldn't wait to find it in a bookstore because it's part of the Rincewind sub-series, which I'm starting with, and at this point I'm only like 2 books away from it, so it needed to come soon. So those are the books I got in January. In February I'm not going to do an actual haul, I'm going to do an unhaul because I got a bunch of new books, which means I have to get rid of a bunch of old books to make room on my shelves. So that will hopefully not be too heart-wrenching. Hey guys, we have some late breaking news. I have got The Lost Hero and it is gorgeous. I normally wouldn't like film a little extra bit just to stick on to show you a book, but you need to see this because it is amazing. First off, Rincewind. Who doesn't love him? Also, I think I may have said that this is a graphic novel. It is not a graphic novel. It is an illustrated novel, and I deserve to be yelled at for that. So you can see you've got like text and illustrations, but it's not all told through illustrations and dialogue. And I mean, just look at this. Look at that Cohen the Barbarian. That is perfect. What's your name? Paul Kidby. He knows his stuff. So now you have seen all of the books that I got in January. Now we can properly end the video.